dy minus v dx dy plus t dq dx is equal to 0 and r dy whole square plus t dx whole square minus s dx dy is equal to 0. Any equation which satisfies this whole equation number 4 will obviously satisfy equation 5 as well as equation 6. This you will observe when solving the problem. So now let's move further. Now this equation is called as Monck's subsidiary equation. Subsidiary equation. This simultaneous equation is nothing but Monck's subsidiary equation. So now what you will do further is, this equation 6 is nothing but, this is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So if since it is square, there is a square term, you will get 2 roots, that is nothing but, since it is in equation form, I will say it as a, you will get 2 linear equation. So the linear equations will be of the form dy minus m1 dx is equal to 0. I will call this as equation number 7, and dy minus m2 into dx is equal to 0. This is equation number 8. Observe carefully. This equation is of the form of quadratic equation. So if you solve this equation, you will get 2 roots. That means you will get 2 linear equations. Those linear equations, I am writing it here. 2 equation, one with respect to m1 and another is with respect to m2. So if you integrate these 2 equations, you will get what you will get, y minus m1 x is equal to c1, y minus m2 x is equal to c2. I will call this as equation number 9 and this as equation number 10. Now if you substitute equation 7 in equation 5 and also equation 8 in equation 5, you will get solutions, resultant equations. That means, see, if you solve equation number 6, since it is in the form of quadratic equation, you can solve this equation easily. But you cannot solve this equation. So what I am doing is, I am substituting these 2 values in your equation number 5 and trying to find out the resultant equation. So the resultant, you will get the resultant equation, and if you integrate that, you will get the solution as u1 is equal to a, v1 is equal to b, u2 is equal to a, v2 is equal to b. This is equation number 11. This is equation number 12. So again I am telling you, you will understand this in deeper when you solving the problems. So from equation 11 and 12, I can write the relation as u1 is equal to f of v1 and u2 is equal to f of v2. This is 13. This is 14. Now this equation 13 and 14 are known as intermediate integrals. Intermediate integrals. So solving equation 13 and 14 for P and Q, you should solve this for P and Q. Okay. And substituting it to the equation, dz is equal to P dx plus Q dy, you will get the value of dz. So again, for to get the complete solution of your equation 1, that is RR plus SS plus TT is equal to V, you should integrate this with respect to x as well as with respect to y. That will be your final solution plus Q dy. Okay, since the intermediate integrals are in Lagrange's form, that is PP form, PP plus QQ is equal to R form. This can be solved using Lagrange's subsidiary equations. So you will learn that while solving the problems. This is nothing but the Monks method. You will find out the solution by integrating the equation. That's all the aim of the method. Let's solve some problems using Monks method in next coming session.